Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS and Washington, Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. Hold on to your seats because if the rumors are true, we might be witnessing one of the most intriguing trade scenarios in recent NFL history involving the Kansas City Chiefs and our beloved Washington Commanders. And no, this isn't just some idle speculation. It's a serious discussion that could reshape the NFC East and shift the balance of power across the league. What's really catching everyone's attention is the potential trade of Trent McDuffie, the Chiefs' standout cornerback, to Washington in exchange for draft picks and a wide receiver. This move could be a game changer, especially for our secondary, which has been a bit inconsistent this season, but with tremendous upside when healthy and motivated. Let's start by breaking down what this move could mean for both sides. The Chiefs, currently sitting at an impressive 11-2, are looking at some critical decisions. They're aware that their secondary has been leaking points, allowing around 26 points per game in 2025, which isn't exactly what you want when you're chasing a Super Bowl title. Their defense, especially the secondary, has taken some hits with injuries and inconsistent performances. Losing McDuffie might seem like a big blow, but if they can leverage him for draft capital and a receiver, they're essentially betting on their internal rebuild, mainly focusing on bolstering their interior defensive line and developing their younger players. The Chiefs are also stretching their cap space, with about $16 million tied up, and they're eyeing a potential extension for McDuffie at around $22 million a year. This move could free up some cash and give them a chance to strengthen their offense, which has been a bit shaky at times, despite their impressive record. But for us, the Commanders, this trade could be monumental. McDuffie is a player who in 2025 has shown he can be a lockdown corner, with 48 solo tackles, 4 interceptions, and 12 passes defended. His PFF overall grade sits at a solid 88. 7, ranking him among the top cornerbacks in the league, and his coverage grade is an impressive 90. 1, making him a true shutdown CB. His stats show a player who's not just about coverage, but also about making plays, allowing just 42% completion on targets and averaging 3.7 tackles per game. And what's even better, he's been healthy all season, playing 98% of the snaps, which is exactly what we need to bolster a secondary that currently ranks 24th in the league with a PFF score of 68. Adding McDuffie to our roster could be the boost the secondary desperately needs. Right now, our defense allows about 5 fewer points per game, and with McDuffie anchoring the cornerback spot, we could see an explosion in turnovers, particularly interceptions. If he plays like he has in Kansas City, projected to get around 10 INTs this season, our defense could turn into a true shutdown unit. It's not just about stopping opponents, it's about creating opportunities for our offense, which has been more efficient lately but still needs that extra spark. With McDuffie's ability to lock down top receivers, he could elevate our secondary to a new elite status, similar to what we saw with Jalen Ramsey's trade in 2019, but with more youth and upside. Now, let's put this into perspective regarding the NFC East and the league as a whole. The Commanders are currently sitting at a 6-7 record, with their secondary ranked 24th, and they're looking to make a push in the final stretch of the season. Adding a player like McDuffie, who's still just 25 years old, could be the piece that pushes us over the edge. Our defense, which has struggled at times to contain high-powered offenses, could transform into a top-tier unit capable of shutting down some of the league's best passing attacks. And with our schedule remaining, having a corner who can reliably cover and make plays could be the difference in crucial games down the stretch. This move also signals that the Commanders are serious about competing now, not just rebuilding for the future, but making a real push for the playoffs. What about the broader implications? Well, this trade could set a precedent for how aggressive teams are willing to get in the trade market. The Chiefs, by trading McDuffie, are clearly prioritizing the interior of their team, bolstering their defensive line and wide receiver core, over holding onto a promising young corner. And for the Commanders, acquiring a top-tier CB could mark a shift in how we approach building our defense, focusing on premium players who can make immediate impacts. McDuffie's addition could also help us develop a more aggressive, turnover-generating defense, which is exactly what we need to stay competitive in a division that features talented quarterbacks and high-powered offenses. Looking at McDuffie's profile, he's been nothing short of spectacular when healthy. In 2025, he's accumulated 48 solo tackles, 4 interceptions, and 12 passes defended, with a PFF overall grade of 88.7, ranking him among the top 3 cornerbacks in the league. His coverage grade is an eye-popper at 91, and he's allowing just 42% completion on targets, which is among the league's best, top 5 actually. His career stats are already impressive with over 120 tackles and 10 interceptions, and his EPA per target is an elite -0.22, meaning he consistently makes plays that impact the game positively. The best part: he's been healthy all season, playing nearly every snap, and he's only 25 years old with a physical profile of 511, 193 pounds, comparable to some of the league's top shutdown corners like Patrick Surtain. What makes McDuffie so appealing is his ability to match up with the league's best receivers, and in Washington, he'd be a perfect fit to shore up a secondary that's been a work in progress. His presence could not only improve our overall pass defense, but also allow us to be more aggressive in coverage, knowing we have a reliable corner to lock down the top receiver. His addition would also give our coaching staff more flexibility to blitz or double-team other threats, knowing McDuffie can hold his ground one-on-one. This is exactly the kind of player who, when paired with our other defensive stars, could turn our defense into one of the league's most feared units. Now, as for the Chiefs, their rationale is clear. Coming off a Super Bowl win, they're in a bit of a cap crunch, and they're also aware that their window isn't infinite. They're making moves to keep their core competitive while also planning for the future. Trading McDuffie for draft picks and a receiver allows them to address some of their most pressing needs, like interior defensive line depth and possibly adding more weapons for Patrick Mahomes. Plus, with the Chiefs' current odds at +650 to win the Super Bowl, they're still very much in the hunt, but they're also looking ahead, knowing they need to balance immediate success with long-term sustainability. The move is also influenced by the fact that their young defensive players, like Harmon, have been injured or inconsistent, and they're trying to rebuild from the inside out. For us, the potential acquisition of McDuffie is about much more than just acquiring a talented corner. It's a statement. It signifies that the Commanders are serious about winning now and building a defense that can carry us deep into the playoffs and beyond. McDuffie's addition, combined with our existing talent, could be the catalyst for a turnaround, especially in the secondary, which has struggled at times but has enormous potential. This move could energize our locker room and excite fans, as we finally add a true difference maker in the back end of our defense. Looking ahead, if this trade goes through, it could be one of those defining moments for the franchise. It's about making bold moves, not just for the sake of it, but because we believe in the talent we're acquiring and the impact it can have. The NFC East is fiercely competitive, with teams like the Eagles and Cowboys always in the mix. But with a player like McDuffie anchoring our secondary, we can compete more aggressively and with more confidence. It's about setting a tone for the future, one where the Commanders are not just building for tomorrow but winning today. And of course, the NFL trade deadline is always full of surprises. Fans love to debate and speculate, but right now, this scenario has all the makings of a blockbuster. Whether it's just rumors or something more concrete, one thing is clear. The Commanders are eyeing big moves, and McDuffie could very well be the key piece in their puzzle. The team's management has been very strategic in recent seasons, focusing on young talent and cap flexibility, and this potential trade fits perfectly into that blueprint. In the end, the possibility of McDuffie wearing the burgundy and gold is exciting. It's a move that could bolster our secondary, help us compete at a higher level, and send a message to the entire league that the Commanders are ready to contend. Our fans have been waiting patiently for a true game changer, and this scenario, if it materializes, might just be that moment. It's all about building a defense that can shut down the league's best and give our offense the opportunities they need to shine. Plus, bringing in a young, elite corner like McDuffie aligns perfectly with our vision of a dominant, aggressive, and versatile defense that can intimidate opponents and win big games. So keep your eyes peeled, Commanders Nation. This story is still developing, but the potential impact is enormous. A trade like this could propel us toward playoff success and beyond, making our Super Bowl dreams more tangible than ever. We're on the brink of something special, and I can't wait to see how everything unfolds. Stay tuned, stay passionate, and as always, let's support our team no matter what. The future is bright, And with moves like this, the Commanders are positioning themselves to be a force to reckon within the NFC and across the league. And now, Washington Commanders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to US and TO, the Washington Commanders. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Washington Commanders news.